responsibility to tell this more brooding, heavy story, and then he could lighten up and just have superheroes teaming up and fighting a bad guy. But you know, you don't bring Joss Whedon in even if it's for reshoots and, you know, late in stage rewrites if you don't want him to inject a lot of humor, a lot of banter. Yeah. So I definitely think it's a lot of him already that we're seeing. I want to sort of follow up on what you said and say rushed is definitely the key word from the DC. I've been calling it DCCU actually as my show of rebelliousness.
Yeah, cinematic universe. Yeah.
I don't think DCEU flows anyway, but regardless, that's minor. Rushed, I definitely think, is the key word in trying to cram in so many elements into Batman v Superman that tease this next thing without it seemed like they didn't quite know what the next thing really was.
Right.
So not great tease work there.
Coming up on UCF Nightly News, we are looking into the death of a UCF student on campus.
Plus, a service held for fellow Knights who passed away. See how the UCF community comes together to celebrate the life of a student.
And UCF's research team is using sponges to soak up oil spills from our waterways.
And in sports, see how the UCF football teams feel about the spring game next week. Nightly News starts now. Good afternoon and welcome to Nightly News. I'm Natalia Hernandez.
And I'm Christina Diaz. Today is Friday, April 13th, 2018.
Nightly News is working on a developing story. We've talked with sources who confirm a death on campus.
Fraternity members say they've been informed about their brother's passing. Reporter Jane Kim is here to tell us what we know on the story.
A number of independent sources told Nightly News that a body was found in the Apollo dorms on campus. 3 sources say the student's name was William Weiler. 2 more sources told Nightly News the Apollo community held a meeting for the residents on Tuesday. We reached out to UCF PD's Public Information Officer, Courtney Gill-Martin, within the past 24 hours. Earlier this morning, she let us know by email that she will be in meetings for several hours and she will get back to us later on today. Nightly News will keep you updated as more information comes in.
The Eternal Night ceremony honored UCF students who died this school year. Families, students, and faculty came together at the Student Union yesterday. Reporter Dana Applin learned how one of the families is looking forward.
A moment of silence for Eternal Nights, a ceremony to honor 14 Knights who have passed away. Nightly News was only allowed to shoot the preparations. Retired and former UCF faculty Dr. Carolyn Hopp was the eulogist for the ceremony. Her role is to read the names, majors, and colleges of the Eternal Knights. She says not every family comes because it's hard, but it is a way to celebrate the students.
But it's a way for our president to acknowledge the Knights and the students. It's a way to thank the families, to acknowledge their utmost sacrifice.
One of the Eternal Knights honored Miranda D'Onofrio, who was a junior studying psychology, passed away November 18, 2017 on a Friday night from an asthma attack. Miranda's mother, Sue D'Onofrio, says Miranda was the life of the party.
She never missed a social gathering, always had fun no matter what the situation was.
D'Onofrio says Miranda loved UCF and being a Knight. D'Onofrio also says she wears a heart necklace with Miranda's ashes inside.
I get to carry a piece of her everywhere I go.
D'Onofrio advises other families going through the same thing to accept the good and the bad days. Dr. Hopp explains what it means to be an Eternal Knight.
To be an Eternal Knight means that your scholarship, your leadership, your presence here at UCF will never be forgotten and forever be Knights.
Reporting in Orlando, Dana Applin, UCF Nightly News.
D'Onofrio started a foundation in Miranda's name, bringing awareness to allergies and asthma. There will be a remembrance walk in November. For more information, you can go on the Facebook page Team Miranda Strong.
More than 90 different organizations on campus came together last weekend to raise money for children. Knight-thon's dance marathon has raised money for children and families for 22 years. This year's event raised more than $1.5 million. The money goes to Arnold Palmer Children's Hospital. This was the first year that Knight-thon didn't have a set monetary goal. Amanda Murata is the executive director of Knight-thon. She says it makes a difference to not have a specific goal.
We were becoming very money focused, and above anything else, we were supposed to be raising awareness for our hospital. And when students are so driven to just raise the funds, they forget why we do it and why we dance.
After 4 years as executive director, Murata is ready to pass the torch. Brandon Huynh will be taking her place for the next year's Knight-thon. Murata says although she won't be on the board, she plans to continue to support the cause.
UCF students are finding a better solution for oil spill cleanup. This project was one of 31 that won a U.S. Environmental Protection Agency award for focusing on sustainability. UCF Nightly News spoke with the research team about why they're doing this and what it means to them.
So the main part of our research are these sponges right here.
That will help clean up oil spills. And one of the researchers, Diane Marcato, is excited to be part of the team.
It is an incredible feeling. I mean, knowing that people see a lot of value in our research and know that this is something that can help people in the environment, it's very rewarding.
It's very recyclable material, and within the first lab we absorb.
Allows them to soak up oil, but not water. When attached to tubes on a boat, the oil is pulled out of the water. Woo Hyung Lee is the professor in charge of the project.
I gave them idea, and then I gave the instruction how to develop these proposals.
Oil spills are something that are unfortunately gonna keep on happening, and this is a sustainable solution to that problem.
Sustainable that once the oil is absorbed, it can be reused. This too is a project, the team and finding ways to make this technology commercial. And finding ways. The students will be submitting a proposal for Phase 2 at the end of May. If they receive more funding, the EPA will help the students make their technology a reality.
It's Alcohol Awareness Month. It was created to inform the public about the use and abuse of alcohol. Reporter Alicia Hatcher went to find out if students are taking advantage of resources around campus.
Students in their first semester at UCF have to take a two-part alcohol EDU program. The program provides information on alcohol and its effects on the body and mind. UCF PD officer Frank Imperato says the department stresses alcohol awareness year-round.
We always remind our students to be safe when they're going out, and if they do go out and have consumed any type of alcohol, we want them to take a sober ride home.
College Drinking Prevention reports that 1 in 4 students report academic consequences from drinking. There are pamphlets around campus to keep students informed concerning alcohol and its effects. UCF sophomore Kayla Forbes says she has never missed an assignment due to drinking alcohol.
Well, anything that's due the night of or the day after I go out, I make sure I have done. That way there's no risk of not having it completed and possibly a 0 for it.
Forbes also states that she uses the web courses checklist to make sure she has completed all her assignments before she goes out. UCF junior Sean Michael say he has missed a couple of assignments due to drinking.
Tests, no, but I have done kind of poorly on a few due to the fact that I didn't really study so much the night before because I went out. So I feel like that's probably a problem, but no, I've never missed a test or a quiz.
There are groups on campus helping students make wise choices about alcohol, such as Alcoholics Anonymous, Sober Nights, and The Point After Dark. In Orlando, Alicia Hatcher, UCF Nightly News.
If you want more information on those classes, you can always contact UCF Student Health Services.
A recent video on social media capturing a guy dropping something into a girl's drink has gone viral. It's sparking conversations on social media, and some are debating if the video is real. Nightly News reporter Khalil Maycock spoke to students to get their response on the video.
I definitely think it's real.
That's the response given by Sarah Riskevich when asked if she thought this video was real or fake. Determining the validity of the video, which has received millions of views, has been the topic of conversation on social media sites. Riskevich says she believes the video is real because she's been roofied and has seen situations like that one before.
It kind of like rubs me the wrong way because like people don't take it seriously, and it needs to be taken seriously because it can literally happen to anybody and everyone.
Victim Service Center of Central Florida tries to prevent people from being assaulted. Development and Communications Director Bianca Sebricani says one way the center does this is through its Bar Tab program. It teaches bartenders how to be active bystanders and look out for certain situations they feel don't seem right.
Any strange activity as far as someone paying too much attention to someone's drink, things like of that nature.
While Riskevich and others say the video is real, some say it's fake, like this user who says his hand was empty before it went to the cup. Staged. Killian Figueroa also feels like something about the video is off. Figueroa is skeptical about the video because of the way the girl is holding the cup.
Look at it again, she has the cup in a really obvious position and the guy kind of swings his arm over, and it's really like if you were that girl, I think I would have noticed if I was the girl.
Riskevich says even if the video was staged, it's starting a conversation. When asked what others could do if they saw this in public, she says,
if you see something, say something.
So you're better safe than sorry. Reporting in Orlando, Khalil Maycock, UCF Nightly News.
Nightly News reached out to @JadaSky, the woman who posted the video, to ask if she was open for comment. @JadaSky did not respond. We will keep you updated as the story develops. Coming up after the break, find out how a UCF biologist is trying to rebuild wild bee populations.
Plus, with finals week coming up, see how some UCF students relax with yoga and unusual classmates.
UCF's Bee Wild Project team is working to save the bees. The Bee Wild Project, led by a UCF biologist, will focus on the decline in bee population. They're also working to create natural habitats. Reporter Nathaniel Rivas shows us what the project is all about.
A grant of more than $300,000 came from the Foundation of Food and Agriculture Research. The Bee Wild Project includes making a mobile app to help identify natural plants and flowers as well as insects. Postdoctoral researcher Nash Turley says the app and the project coincide with each other.
Creating habitat in lawns and helping people convert their lawns to habitat, and then also studying the effectiveness of creating that habitat.
Natural pollinators such as bees and other insects benefit the environment by helping food grow. Some plants such as white clovers can be found here in front of the Biological Sciences building. Plants used by natural pollinators can sometimes be overlooked. Lab manager Shiala Morales says she is looking forward to learning more about the habitats.
What I'm hoping to discover in this project is how we can improve bee habitats in urban landscapes in Florida. We've never had a study done in Florida.
Turley says the project can help researchers see the progress of making natural habitats.
So in the long term, creating habitat for native pollinators is helping native biodiversity, helping us connect with nature, but also, if done at a large scale, could help ensure that we're producing the food we need.
Turley hopes public participation will help educate people about pollinators. In Orlando, Nathaniel Rivas, UCF Nightly News.
The next step in the Be Wild project is to create an app with the help of a marketing professor. The grant money is set to last for 3 years.
Students and puppies gathered yesterday on Memory Mall to do yoga together. The annual event is hosted by STEP UCF to raise awareness about service dogs and help students decompress before finals. A Harvard study says yoga reduces stress and helps people battling both anxiety and depression. While students are relaxing, the dog trainers focus on teaching the pups commands in a distracting environment. STEP UCF President Kayla McCauley says the event is a great opportunity for both students and the pups.
It's just a big awareness event, so we're trying to kind of brand ourselves and tell everyone that we have this nice, amazing club on campus for people to kind of join and be able to watch our puppies if we're busy or be a puppy raiser like some of us, and then just raise awareness about service dogs.
UCF was the first public university in Florida to allow service dogs in training on campus. Right now, 6 dogs live on campus. If you're hoping to de-stress, you can find the pups on campus at several events STEP UCF hosts throughout the semester.
Coming up after the break, how one UCF student is looking to see how much recyclable material is being thrown in the trash cans.
Plus, Dana will let us know what weather we can expect for the next couple of days.
Yes, Natalia, it's a pleasant and warm day outside, but changes are coming this weekend. To find out more.
Welcome to Nightly News.
A UCF student is pushing for more recycling on campus. She conducted an audit to see how much recycled material is being sent to the landfill. Nightly News spoke with this student and talked with others about their attitudes on recycling.
There's labels here.
Students may now see temporary recycling bins on Memory Mall. This change comes after an audit was conducted to see how much recyclable material gets thrown in the bins. Emily Marte is an intern at Sustainability Initiatives and decided to take on this project.
So basically, we just picked out all of the trash and counted each item. And then we counted, once we got that number, we counted each of the items that were recyclable.
After conducting the audit, Marte found that the trash bins were filled with 41% recyclable material. It only took 2 days for UCF Landscaping and Resources to act and transform some of the bins into recycling bins. Marte says one of the Sustainability Initiative goals is to recycle 70% of its trash by 2020. According to data submitted to the Sustainability Tracking and Rating System, UCF recycled over 700 tons in 2016. That's only 35% of all waste. And students feel that more recycling bins are needed on campus.
It's not really that accessible.
I'm aware that of the landfill situation and how bad it is, and I'm still guilty of throwing recyclables into the trash.
Because if I don't know where they are, I don't really have an option but to throw it away at that point.
Marte says the audit shows that the money used to purchase new recycling bins would be well spent.
It's important to do it now because if you wait too long, nothing can get done to fix it because it'll already be too far gone.
Marte will be conducting more research in the coming weeks. As of now, she hopes she can use her knowledge to educate others. The next step is seeing if adding recycling bins will reduce the number of recyclables in the trash. Marte also hopes the labels on the bins and to use the labels from recycling across America. Students can expect new recycling bins on Memory Mall starting this summer.
It's starting to look like spring in Florida outside. I wonder if it's going to stay hot during the day and cooler at night. Dana, can you tell us what we can expect for weather this week?
Yes, a front is expected to come through this weekend, but let's take a look at what our neighbors are experiencing across the state. For our highs, we have 82 degrees in our capital, Tallahassee, 80 degrees in Jacksonville, 86 degrees in Tampa, 81 degrees in Miami, and 83 degrees here in Orlando. And now for our lows, we have a low of 60 degrees in our capital, 66 degrees in Jacksonville, 68 degrees in Tampa, 76 degrees in Miami, and 68 degrees here in Orlando. Now let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. Your Saturday is starting off with a high of 89 degrees with a low of 71 degrees with a 20% chance of rain. Sunday, a high of 86 degrees with a low of 60 degrees and an 80% chance of rain. Be advised, expect severe weather, thunderstorms, damaging winds, lightning, hail as well. Now, temperatures cool off on a Monday as the front passes, with a high of 73 degrees with a low of 53 degrees and a 0% chance of rain. Sunny days are to come for Tuesday and Wednesday with a high of 77 degrees and a low of 57 degrees and a 0% chance of rain on Tuesday. And now on Wednesday, a high of 83 degrees and a low of 62 degrees with a 0% chance as well. Now, there's Universal Nights coming up on Sunday. Don't be shocked if those rides are canceled. Back to you guys at the desk.
Coming up in sports after the break, see how UCF softball is preparing for a 3-game series this weekend.
Plus, the baseball team also prepares for their weekend series against Cincinnati.
afternoon, Knights. I'm Beth Brewster with your UCF sports update for the week. The UCF softball team has a 3-game home series this weekend against Memphis. The Knights are now 27-15 after beating North Florida on Wednesday 5-3. Star pitcher Aaliyah White threw 114 pitches, which includes 4 strikeouts, winning her 21st game of the season. Coach Renee Luers-Galipsy says winning against Memphis helps the team focus for the matchup against the Tigers this weekend. On Saturday, the softball team will host a strikeout cancer game where they will auction off pink jerseys for charity. The Knights throw the first pitch tonight at 5:30 p.m. The UCF baseball team also has a 3-game series over the weekend. The Knights play Cincinnati on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. UCF shut out Miami on Wednesday, earning the nation's best 8th shutout win of the season. The combined pitchers for the night finished the game with 14 strikeouts, with Craig Finfrock pitching during 7 of the strikeouts. The Knights are now 23-11 for the season. UCF also has an overall record of 9-4 against Cincinnati. The first pitch will be thrown at 6:30 p.m. tonight at John Uliano Park. UCF football has their spring game coming up on the 21st. The team had their last full scrimmage before the spring game. This is the first time the whole team has practiced inside Spectrum Stadium since the undefeated season last year. Coach Heupel says he is excited to show off what the team has been working on in the offseason.
I think everyone here is excited about getting back on the field inside the stadium. Should have a great crowd here, and players have an opportunity to go out and play in front of friends and family and kind of showcase the work that they've put into it since January.
I think that's our biggest thing right now.
Coach Heupel says players have been stepping up to fill the shoes of recent graduates. General admission tickets for the spring game are free. For more information on premium seating, visit the UCF Knights website. Kickoff for the game is set for 6 p.m. on April 21st. The women's tennis team competes in 2 matches this weekend. The Knights hope to continue their impressive 11-match winning streak. Tonight, UCF challenges the Golden Hurricanes away at Tulsa. Then the Knights travel to Kansas on Sunday to face Wichita State. These are the last 2 matches before the AAC Conference Championships next week. We're all out of time for sports right now. Back to you, Christina and Natalia.
Thank you. That's our time for right now. Thanks for joining us. And remember, you can always keep up with us during the week on our website, nightlynews.ucf.edu.
And if you got a story idea you want us to know about, send it our way. You can reach us at nightlynews@ucf.edu. Thanks for watching and have a good day.